to life looking for some shit they call normal. We ain't going back to that shit. Better get
Sister Tracy. See what she got on her man. When you don't do the paperwork, they can't validate the substance of their claim of you being an imbecile in law, because only an imbecile would surrender his inalienable rights for his civil liberties. Your inalienable rights override all of the civil liberties. The civil liberties are those allowances that the corporation, the civic body, the corporation acting under the pretense of government, allow you to as a member of their corporation. Your membership is determined by you recontracting with them again and again and again. And the more you recontract with them, filing nationality cards, driver's license, birth certificates, social security cards, you saying that de facto jurisdiction is more superior than your de jure jurisdiction, when that's not possible, even according to their own law admission, right? Because they tell you in their law that sovereigns empower corporations to perform the functions of government. If the sovereign at any time realize that the corporation is ran amok, then the sovereign can withdraw his consent for the corporation to do business from his sovereign capacity as a 5/5 realized being, and not a 3/5 Dred Scott compromised imbecile in law, right? So that's the name of the game, and that's how it works. Once you know how it works, you can mount a defense against it. But if you don't know how you work, you can't defend against it. What we would be doing if everybody knew what was going on, we would all be walking off our jobs and shut the economy down, right? But it's going to shut down anyway. These banks have been bleeding us dry for too long. So that's a wrap for them. They undermine Big Mama Bank, undermine Big Mama Bank, right? They couldn't keep it, but they could live off of it as long as they was holding it in trust for the rightful trustees to assert their superior jurisdiction in the de jure capacity as a sovereign being, right? And demand that the three kings be seen walking on the land as free men, right? So that we can restore the balance back and raise the matriarchy, right? So you need all four of them, the three kings that's the governors of the land, right? The one so declared to redeem them, or to show the people where the real leaders on the land at, and to tell the people who we pick versus the corporate fiction. Let's see what he's talking about. Come on in, my man.
We back at it again. I think I touched the wrong button and discontinued the videos. I don't know what happened. All I know is I looked up and the video wasn't recording. So we're going to finish this up. We ain't going to stop. One monkey don't stop no show. One monkey don't stop no show. So we're going to get back into this, because I still got to go. I have to show y'all why the sign that I was told to read the snake, the sign I was told to read the eagle, and the sign I was told to read the bear. They all came to me right before I went live sometime yesterday. All this information came in. This is all new information I had to read as the signs came in. So I'm going to do a couple more. I'm not going to do as many invites this time because they know I'm on air. Okay, so now we go through here and I go back to this other phone. Now the other phone got some pictures in it I want to go over, because I got to show y'all the signs I read. Now, y'all seen the y'all seen how I end up moving out of the ethers. I showed y'all that. I told y'all I was going to show y'all that yesterday. Now you understand why the ethers aren't visible as they were. Why you can't see the angelic beings. And we passed that. We on another level. All right. So now I'm going to flip my camera again. This came to me in my messenger yesterday. Young lady sent this to me. Now the symbolism for this, if you see those wings? That's telling me I have to tie the eagle in. Now the RH negative on the onyx background is telling me APEP, RH negative, which is the serpent. Now I have to show what the serpent is, right? So now I have to show the connection between the serpent blood or the serpent strain, APOP, chaos. The chaos being ties me back to the Queen Mother in the 13th seat through the house of Hathor. Remember I showed y'all the gates. Through the house of Hathor and the RH negative blood, this gives me access to the bikers. This gives me access to the biker gangs, what we call them Hell's Angels. All bikers, no matter what their club is, in the heavens are known as Hell's Angels. Do ride the iron horse. Now, if you look in Revelations, you will see they ride. They say that it was like like iron horses was riding in the street. Those motorcycles. That's Hell's Angels we talking about. So the shield, right? The shield represents the royal families, the royal crest or the royal shield. And it also represents the warrior clan. Now, when we talk warrior clan, Red Lodge, we think Chief Malik. Chief Malik Angel Bey, who was in charge of the Mufti. He's the military guard. So now that's how, all this is telling me Red Lodge. The Red Lodge is telling me there's some unfinished business. The Blue Lodge is complete. Now I have to get her out of the Red Lodge. Well, I did that last night, but these just some loose ends I'm tying up to show y'all. Okay, now, before I go there, I want to go back. I want to go back to the part where nope, it's not here. Oh, I remember. Portia. So yesterday, as a matter of fact, Portia sent me 4 pictures. The first 2 was 2 downward triangles. The first 2 was 2 downward triangles. They were incomplete. That's the descent of the woman. Now, she had to send me the ascent of the man, but she can't do it because I got to make a connection. Now, if I go to her messenger to show you what I'm talking about, matter of fact, I should just let her send. But she sent, so I had to have a conversation with her because she got to give me 3 knocks. She got to give me 3 knocks to allow me through the gate of Hathor. And now, how did I know it was her? Go back to her post. Go back to Portia's post. And matter of fact, Portia, can you tag that post where you posted those pictures of the cows in your yard while I was on the phone with you?
So keep it 1,000.
That'll help a lot. That'll just make stuff a lot faster. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna show y'all. This is how you follow your signs, and it's like this is Hansel and Gretel following the breadcrumbs. That's all this is. Hansel and Gretel following the breadcrumbs in order to find our way back home. Right? Now, we had a lot of people doing a lot of work. And sometimes, you know, you don't always see it for what it is. So, I can't miss nothing. I can't miss nothing. I'm not allowed to miss nothing. Alright, so here as I go down, she sent me, now watch this, y'all. I'm going to flip the camera so y'all can see. Jay-Z, what do this tell me? Now you see that 7 on Jay-Z's shirt? What do this say? Expect heavy information on this ritual that went down. You'll find the breakdown this weekend on YouTube channel. That's whoever posted this said that. I didn't say that. Ani Asaru said that. Now look at here. This is Kaepernick, Colin Kaepernick. Now I had to look his name up. His last name is an acronym. I'm not going to get into that right now because I don't have the information accessible fast enough to make this video flow. But then she sent me this symbol. Now you see the downward pyramid. Now we are approaching the gate of Hathor. But she got to send me at least one more downward pyramid. And watch this. Okay, now I'm telling her she got some more work to do. Watch this. I told her, go over yesterday, and this is what she responded. Now remember, and a blue star and a red star, two becomes one in sacred union of heaven and earth. What mystics terms calling down heaven or calling heaven and earth, if you grasp that concept, as above, so below. Now, watch. The fire and the water, the earth and the air. Where's the fifth element? Remember the key in the chest. Love. Remember the movie Fifth Element. Ether is materialized akasha, subtle body vibrating at a different rate. Akasha is pure manifestation power as seen, which can only be actualized by harmonious male-female synthesis in 3D reality. Now, this is what she sent back that I had put in a comment on one of her posts, but it didn't have nothing to do. Initially, I didn't think it had anything to do with anything, but then I went back and I reread it. So this is telling me the two becomes one. Now she's sending me the downward triangles as we go down, and then I showed her that, and we kept going. Go do your homework. I have one more photo to locate. Now we going. What? No, wait. Okay, so now this is what told me that she had to give me the 3 knots. When this came in, behind that. Now, later on, in the course of her, I needed the right side up here triangles. And in this picture, look, right side up triangle. But I still need one more to match the other downward triangle. Because remember, we had to have 4 of them. Watch. You see it? Now, while she was doing this on the conscious level, she has no freaking clue what she's doing. This same picture right here, I sent to her a while ago. The difference was the 2 hands that now holds this triangle was palms open over the face. These eyes were in the palm. So now this is showing me the progress of the man. Whatever I did made her have to uncover her eyes. Now go back to the scales of justice for the United States judicial system, and she had the scales. The lady justice was blindfolded. Now remember, she had to take her hands from her eyes, but whereas her eyes are not on her face, they're over her shoulders. That's the dark mother watching over the daughter as she proceeds to us sin. Right? Now you remember the apple. Now that's Snow White. Bit the apple. Remember Eve, the forbidden fruit? The forbidden fruit was connecting the love and the intellect, the heart and the mind. That's the real forbidden fruit, because that's the key to eternal life. Right? Now, then, coming to find out, here's the knot. This is the knot that ties her into her father being a traveling man, right? She's a former biker. So she got to tie me back into the biker through the Masonic Lodge, which was her father, right? So this is the house of Hathor. This is the final gate. This is the final gate. Look at her. You see her? You see it? This is the Kali form right here. This Kali. When she get to go to work, now look who she with. She with the lioness. She's with the lion. Remember? She had to take the sword to cut off the leg, right? Then the imposter who had severed her head, now she had to reveal the imposter. That means she had to take his head. But it required the wisdom. See the serpent? It required the wisdom. I'm reading this shit for y'all right here. Now, look. An open hand. It's a right hand. This is a 5-pointed star. Islam more. Remember, Islam more. Okay, now watch this. Here, she holds the cup. Lest my cup overflow. Right? This is another weapon of war in her left hand. Then she have the open hand outstretched. That's acceptance. Come on this way. This is through the gate. Now look what happened. Kali turned into a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-pointed star. Why? Because the 8 represents the woman. The 8 represents the woman, but not just the regular. That's the young maiden or the princess about to be the queen. When you see Kali standing in front of it, this is her transitional form. This is her, what they call resurrection form. In symbolism. In symbolism. Right? So now, let's go back. We got some more going back to do, so. All these different signs had to be met in order to read everything exactly for what it was. So then what's next? What's next? All right, now, I got to tie all this shit together. That's what's next. What did I miss so far that they think I overlooked, that I didn't make a solid connection on? During my barrister discourse, they'll only tell you enough to make your imagination run wild. Bill Cosby was in a fight for NBC for many years. It's verifiable information. Anybody with 2 drops of common sense can look it up. In the fight for NBC, right, he lost his son. He was accused of fathering some crazy little girl outside of his marriage, and he gave her a whole bunch of money to get the fuck out of his life. All kind of stuff was launched against Bill Cosby in the business arena that you don't know about to stop him from owning NBC. They never want us, rightful heirs to the throne, to inherit any positions of power in media, politics, military, science, technology, any other great fields of the world that covers all 10 areas of people activity. Dr. Neely Fuller gave us 9. I add health to make it 10 because health needs its own category. Health is the string by which the other 9 areas of people activity is hinged. What are they? Economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. All 9 areas must be controlled. Who's controlling them and how? Go to the protocols of the wise man of Zion. That's your mirror. Everything Neely Fuller tell you is a thing that white supremacy's ideology must control. The military position of white supremacy had to control all 9 areas of people activity. Right? They are told them how to control them in the protocols. So that's your mirror. Right? Those are your adversaries. So now, from there, we go to, now we got Suge Knight. Okay, now we got R. Kelly, right? We got R. Kelly, we got Bill Cosby, and we got Malachi York being shown how the fabrication is being played out in real time. Now, Suge Knight. Now remember, I went to the Bears yesterday, and there's a Bible verse that you have to be aware of if you want to know what Suge Knight got to do with this. So I'm gonna go to the little iconography. I love saying that word, iconography. And I'm going to show you the verse and the imagery that goes with it. Right? Now this is kind of cool. Alright, now let me flip my camera so y'all can see it. Here, now notice 2 Kings 2. That's 22. Kings. That's 2 master kings I gotta identify is what that's telling me. And the 5 is coming through the 5-point star, right? Meaning coming through the mother line, and it gotta be interpreted by the father line. The 6 is a man. The 5 is the woman. The 6-point star, the 5-point star. Now who in the hell is these 2 kings? Let's see. Then he went up from there to Bethel. And as he was going up by the way, young lads came out from the city and mocked him and said, "Go up, you bald head. Go up, you bald head." Now they said that twice. So that means there's 2 bald head people here. Now remember, we in the Red Lodge. We messing around at Death Row Records now. The Death Row Records. When he looked behind him and saw them, he cursed them in the name of the Lord. He cursed them in the name of the Lord. And then 2 female bears came out of the woods and tore up 42 lads of their number. Very sweet story. Now, I had to find through the matriarchal line who these 2 kings was. My clue was the bear. My clue was the bear. Now remember I told y'all that she got 2 bears to represent her clan. This is the 5. So the 2 bears that she got was the cubs. So the mirror effect say these 2 bears are adults. So that's why I say go up, you bald head, twice. It's 2 bald heads. It's 2 bald head bloods we talking about here. One brought in the other, meaning Suge brought in Pac. But Pac was already blessed through the Panthers, through the Lion Clan, through Bast, right? Black Panther the movie. Go back and look at it. Now watch this. Pac had a song called, the song was called Never Had a Friend Like Me. Never had a friend like me. This popped up while I was doing my research. Now it sent me to Proverbs 17:17. But did it really send me to Proverbs? What is a proverb? A proverb is a wise riddle. Now look, one